morning, everybody. It is Friday, September 9th, and I'm gonna do a day in the life today. I've never done a day in the life on a day that I'm like working in the office, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So we'll see how much I actually show you when I'm on campus. I don't mind filming when I'm in my office, especially like one of my office neighbors isn't there on Friday. It's pretty quiet on Fridays, so I don't mind filming in my office, but I don't know how much I'll be comfortable sharing, but I thought it'd be interesting to see a different day when I'm actually going into work. So I have been up since about 6:20, which is not bad. I'm getting to the point where I'm officially third trimester now, and I am having trouble sleeping. So I was on Wednesday morning. I got up at 4 because I had been awake for a long time and was not falling back asleep, so I just got up. So I am glad that I only woke up a few minutes before my alarm this morning. I just did my devotions. I used one of these write the word journals. I don't always use these, but I really like them. I think I'm gonna ask for some more for Christmas because I really like using them, but I feel like I kind of have to save them. So I'll go through one whole book and then I'll stop for a while. So in it just gives you a scripture for the day and you write it out, and then there's a place to kind of journal, or I always like to write out prayers, so that's what I do there. And I also have some coffee, and I'm using my Word of the Year mug. So that is what I've been doing for the past half hour or so. And now I'm gonna go down and say goodbye to Brian before he leaves for work. So now it's about 7:15. So my morning routine is like 6:30 to 7, I do devotions, then I say goodbye to Brian before he goes to work. Then I have like 7 to 7:15 to like sit and look at my phone and put on workout clothes, and then go work out like 7:15 to 7:45, and then 7:45 to 8:30 is getting ready, packing my lunch, and getting out the door. So I want to leave by 8:30, which lets me get to my office. That way I can start working at 9. I'm like in my office, unpacked, ready to go at 9. So that is kind of my routine. So I'm gonna head downstairs and work out now. I think I'm just gonna so on Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now, I'm doing weights, and I'm just gonna do lower body today. I got my Tdap shot yesterday at the doctor, and my left arm is really sore. I do not think I could lift my arm over my head. So I'm just gonna do lower body and keep my weights at my sides for everything, because yeah, going overhead and doing arm stuff today is just not happening with the shape that my left arm is in. All right, so I am done working out now. So I had a good half-hour lower body workout, and definitely the right call to not do too much with my arms today because that left arm is still pretty sore. I'll turn you around and show you one new thing in our home gym, or maybe not new, coming soon. So I'm pretty sure I showed you the treadmill before. So we got the treadmill in May, and it still doesn't work because the computer part we got a dud computer, and it's been back ordered forever. So, but it finally shipped. So we are finally gonna have a functional treadmill. So I am working on creating the great barrier between treadmill sweat and stickers, because the two do not mix well. And it does, obviously we could move the treadmill further over, but it makes the most sense to have it here because eventually we'll get a new TV upstairs and we'll move that TV down here. And on that wall is where there's an outlet and also Ethernet. So that's a good place to put the TV. So it's a good place for the treadmill to be. I was using all these big cardboard boxes I had to start building a barrier, and then I'm gonna put a plastic drop cloth above that. So I should have a nice barrier for any sweat that flies off the treadmill so it doesn't get onto the stickers. Before I hop in the shower, I'm gonna get started on breakfast. I don't really have time in my schedule to eat breakfast while I'm at home, so I make it here and then eat it once I get to work. I make oatmeal, and I'll show you how I make it. And sorry, I'm still out of breath from working out and then walking up the stairs. Walking up the stairs has me winded these days. I'm gonna show you how I make it, and it would cook by the time I get to campus, but I like to make it now because it cooks a little bit more, and it's also not quite as hot when I get there. So I'll go ahead and make my oatmeal, and I'll show you what I do. Okay, so this is a trick that my mom figured out years and years ago. So this is a thermos, a little thermos like it's designed for putting soup in. And so I've got half a cup of oatmeal in here, plus some cinnamon and a pinch of salt. And all I'm gonna do now is add boiling water. Let's see if I can do this with my left hand while I film. And I add boiling water like pretty much right up to the top. And then I'm gonna put the lid on. I do not think I can do this one-handed, but I'll put the lid on, give it a little shake, and by the time I get to work, my oatmeal will be nicely cooked. And it stays hot in here for a long time. Like there have been days when something comes up when I get to work, or I'm not hungry and I don't end up eating the oatmeal for hours and it is still hot. So this, and my mom used to have like an hour and a half commute. So she would make this at home before she left and then eat it once she got to work, because she worked in downtown Chicago and it would still be hot. So this is a really easy way to make oatmeal. And then I'm gonna take my shower now, but when I come back and pack my lunch, I always have some kind of fruit and peanut butter with my oatmeal. And so today I think I'll probably chop up an apple and bring some peanut butter that I'll eat with the oatmeal at work. Okay, so I'm all ready for work now. I've gotten to washing my hair just once a week, which is something that I've been trying to do for a long time. And tomorrow is wash day. I wash my hair on Saturdays. So I usually wear my hair up on Fridays. I usually, like Saturday through Wednesday, I wear it down. Thursdays I'm working from home, so it doesn't really matter. And then Fridays I just wear it up too. So, cause it's getting a little oily in the front here. So if I wear it down, it just looks a little bit flat, but it's not bad. And I'm really happy about getting down to once a week washing. I am though gonna cut my hair. I wanted to keep going long and see how I liked it, but I think it looked best when it was like collarbone length. So I am gonna get several inches cut off, but my hair cutter and I have like opposite schedules and I've been having trouble getting in for an appointment. So anyway, so I got dressed. My hair is really easy on Fridays, and I'm wearing a mask at work. I'm just trying to be careful since I'm pregnant. So I've never been a huge makeup person, but there's not much point in doing much with most of my face. So I just have a little bit of under eye concealer and mascara on just to brighten up my tired eyes a little bit. But that's really all I did. And I'll turn it so you can see how oops. I was just looking in the mirror and not at the camera. So I hope that I was mostly in frame for that, but you can see how baby Larson is doing. So getting a nice bump. So now it is time to finish packing my lunch and pack up my backpack and get out the door. All right, so here's what I have for lunch. So here, I guess it's breakfast and lunch. So here's apple and peanut butter to go with my oatmeal. I've got some pineapple. I've got a bunch of cheese in here and crackers in here, and then I've got a yogurt. My lunch is a little thin today. Mostly today is grocery day, and I had some fruit that mangoes were on a great sale last week, and I got a bunch of mangoes, but then they didn't ripen properly. So usually I would have like one or two more servings of fruit in here, but we're a little short on fruit today. I will eat more than this though. I have a lot of office snacks. So like I keep granola in my office, so I'll bring a yogurt with. I have a fridge in my office, so I should just bring a ton of yogurts instead of bringing one every day, but it works. So I've got a bunch of snacks in my office that I will use to supplement, because this will not be enough for me. So it's time to head out to work now. So this is what I've got to bring with me today. I've got my backpack, and it's a pretty small backpack, but I like that it doesn't have a huge profile, but it fits everything I need, and my lunchbox. So that's what I've got. And then if I have to bring other stuff, I'll usually bring a tote bag, but nothing else to bring today. Okay, so I got to work and I'm in the parking garage right now. So it's about 10 minutes, like maybe just a little bit over 10 minutes from home to being parked. So it's a really nice drive, but partly I do time things around traffic. So that's partly why I aim to start work about 9. And if I was coming earlier, it would be like if I wanted to start around 8, traffic would be a lot worse, because we live right by 2 elementary schools, so traffic slows down a lot for the schools. They're working on fixing some of the traffic patterns there, but for now it's kind of a disaster. And then also there's more people coming to campus. Most staff start work at 7:45, which is kind of random. So I figure I'm gonna work out in the morning, have a nice morning routine, come in a little bit later and avoid some of the bad traffic. So it's a nice fast drive in. And then the walk to my office is probably 5-10 minutes. It depends on how much I'm carrying. And also I'm definitely moving a little bit more slowly right now, but so closer to the 10-minute end probably. I don't know that I've ever really timed it, but it doesn't take that long. But I will try to film a little bit as I walk to my office, because tomorrow is a home football game. It's weirdly, it worked out that every Saturday in September is a home game, and you can see them setting up for stuff. And so it's just always, I really don't care about football. This is going to be my 7th football season here. I have been to exactly 1 game. I don't care that much about football, but I do love the energy and enthusiasm, even though I don't really care about what it's directed towards. It's just this fun celebratory atmosphere. So you'll see all these tents that are getting set up. So there is a company that you can hire to set up your tailgate for you. There's still places on campus you can just set up a tailgate yourself, but all the tents you're gonna see are people who have paid a lot of money to have a company set up their tailgate for them every home game. So I'm in my office now and it's time to look at the plan for today. So it's going to be a pretty busy day with teaching and meetings. So I've got a few things to get done today, which I think should be reasonable to get done. One thing that I haven't been very good about doing since I moved back into the Daily Duo is like mapping my tasks onto the time, which is something I used to do. So mostly it's just been really busy so far this semester that I've always just been like, I know what I need to do. I need to keep working. So I'm not going to bother doing it today because I don't have a lot of chunks of time to work and I know what I need to do during those times. So I'm not going to do that today, but that is something that I think like next week I really need to start doing more and being more on top of. So it is about 10:40 now and I'm going to go teach. I teach at 11 and 1. Both classes are in the same building and it's a little bit of a walk, so I just hang out in there. It's right next to the library, so I just hang out in the library and do work in between classes. So this morning I worked on next week we're reviewing the tenure and promotion dossiers for 3 faculty members who are going up for tenure. So I reviewed those to be prepared for that meeting next week and worked on planning a lesson. So I'm gonna head up to class now, and it is raining right now, so I will grab an umbrella and hopefully not get too wet. All right, so I have taught my classes, and in between I had about an hour to do work, and I pretty much do the same stuff during that time every day because I always have stuff to grade from the first class, and then I have some assignments that students have done in preparation for the second class that I want to look over before class. So that's kind of what I did. And I have a short clip of one of my classrooms that I'll put in here because I teach in a building that has really nice classrooms. You have to do extra training to be able to teach there, but it's definitely worth it. So I've got a few minutes now. I've got like 10 minutes before I have a Zoom meeting. It'll be about 2 hours. It's a research meeting with some friends from grad school that I've been working on a project with. So I've got that to kind of finish out my afternoon. And then after that, I'll just do some administrative tasks and take care of loose ends for the week. All right, so it is about 5:15 now, and I had my meeting, and then actually I had another meeting I forgot about. And then I was doing some emails and stuff, so just trying to finish things up at the end of the week. So again, a pretty busy day. So I wanted to talk. I was sort of in a hurry when I came back from my class before to get ready for my meeting. So I wanted to talk about what we did in my classes. So in one of my classes on Fridays, it's always group work. And one thing we do that's really cool that I want to show you all is I use these scratch off quiz cards, and these are, oops, if it'll focus. So these are really cool to use in class because the students, they do the quiz in a group, and when they scratched it off, they see if they get the right answer or not. And so it's a really good way to encourage discussion about the questions because they know right away if they got it right or wrong. Yes, they're very motivated to talk about it and try to get the answers right. So that's one of the things we do with group work. And in my other class, we had discussion. We were talking about an article we read and then looked at an example. So yeah, so classes went well and my meetings went well, and I didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to today, although I made some good progress on stuff. But again, these days on campus are just super busy, especially when I have meetings. I don't have a ton of time to just work on stuff in my office. So that's where my Tuesday, Thursdays are really nice, where I'm at home and it's pretty quiet all day and I can get a lot of stuff done. What I'm gonna do now is make a grocery list and go to the grocery store on my way home. So I have, let's see if I can find it in here. So I have from Brian the start of a grocery list on the back of an envelope. So he used to do the grocery shopping. Things have been really busy for him with work, so I have taken over grocery shopping, and then when the baby comes, he'll go back to grocery shopping. So, but for now, I have more time to do it. But the thing he does that helps me a lot is he does the like, do we need milk? Do we need flour? Like, he checks on all the staples to make the list, so that helps me a lot. So I just need to add in what we're gonna have for dinner. And also I like to type up the grocery list and have it organized by section of the store because I'm way less likely to miss something. So it doesn't take me very long to type up the list. So I'm gonna type up what he gave me and then add in the things that I need for dinner, and then I'll be headed out. So it's Saturday morning and I realized I never closed out the vlog yesterday. So what happened was I went to Publix and I went grocery shopping. I somehow, I don't know, like just finishing stuff up in my office and then walking to my car, and then I guess I did have one stop. Our woes with FedEx continue, so I had to stop by our old place to see if I had a FedEx delivery. So between all those things, I ended up not getting home from the grocery store till about 7. So Brian helped me bring in the groceries and get them put away, and I made dinner. And then after that, we worked on our
jigsaw puzzle for a little bit, and then I read in bed and went to sleep early. So not too much exciting that happened that you missed, but I was just pretty tired when I got home and forgot to keep filming. So that was my day yesterday. I hope you enjoyed seeing my day in the life video. It was fun to do one and show you some kind of different things than I've shown before. So I hope that you're all doing well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everyone.